The Matrix is a computer-generated dream world, built to keep us under control in order to change a human being.
No. I don't believe it. It's not possible. Stop. Let me out. Let me out. I want out.
Go straight to the book of Galatians, chapter 4, verse 16 reads, "Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth?"
The claim, the possibility that the darker Jew known as blacks that came from Africa could possibly be Israelites, that could possibly be Jew.
Everything was fine until he started saying he was an Israelite.
Jump into the book of Psalms, chapter 83, verse 3 reads, "They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent, they are confederate against thee." 83 verse 12 said, "Let us take to ourselves the house of God in possession." So again, we have the scriptures talking about other nations on earth wanting to cut the nation of Israel off from being a nation, and that the people no longer remember the name of Israel, know not that they are Israel, cut them off from being a nation so that they identify as this and they identify as that. And we know that they want to take the house of God into their possession, into slavery. They will be owned by other nations. Now, an interesting scripture to jump to Psalms 137 and 3. Now, this is interesting. It says, "For they that carried us away captive required of us a song, and they that wasted us required of us mirth, saying, Sing us one of the songs of Zion. For they that carried us away captive required of us a song." Jump into the book of Revelation now, chapter 2, verse 9. "I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan." Now, why would Christ say this in the last days? The book of Revelation, "I know thy works and tribulation and poverty." So we know that the chosen people are in poverty. They're not up high. Yeah, we know that they're in poverty. "But thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan." Now, why would Christ be saying this? Jump into the book of James, chapter 1, verse 1. "James, a servant of God and of the Lord Yeshua Mashiach, whom the world calls Jesus Christ, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting." Now we're going to stop that right there. James, a servant of God and to the Lord. James, a servant of God and of the Lord Yeshua Mashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting. So we know that the chosen people were scattered abroad. We've seen it over and over again. Jump into the book of Nehemiah, chapter 9 and 26. "Nevertheless, they were disobedient." So we know that the chosen people were disobedient and rebelled against thee and cast thy law behind their backs. So we know that they didn't hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord to follow his laws and his commandments, "and slew thy prophets which testified against them to turn them to thee." So they slew the prophets which attempted to turn them back towards the one true living God, the God of the chosen people. They were slewed, people were slewing them, and they wrought great provocations